Well, some very bad news today. One murdered in combined terror attack in Gush Etzion. And if you recall, the destruction of settlements that took place yesterday was in, you guessed it, Gush Etzion. Now, we warned the public, and it was brought to light by many other people, that the settlements that were there, that were cleared, served to keep Arab encroachment away. And lo and behold, we have a tragedy today. Terrorists rammed their vehicle into pedestrians, exited it, and attempted to stab additional victims, as the Arabs are wont to do over here. An Israeli man in his 30s was murdered on Tuesday at the Gush Etzion junction when two terrorists drove their vehicle into pedestrians at the intersection. Of course, terrorists exited their car armed with knives, and they were neutralized. Wonderful. But after they already killed someone, and let's see what other victims there were here. 3 additional wounded were evacuated. A woman in her 40s in serious condition, a man around 30, and a 15-year-old boy. So this is what we get when we start to retreat. Because that's what it was yesterday. It was a retreat. We retreat and the Arabs advance. And when the Arabs advance, this is what happens. Very complex scene. These are scenes that we have seen before here in Israel. I don't want to go into exactly who was hurt and what exactly happened, but we know what happened. As I said, we retreat and the enemy encroaches, and this is what happens. Now, this video was yesterday. This was yesterday. Let me pull the screen down here. Okay, it's from our friend Alicia Yered. Let's look at the translation and see what he writes. Right. What arrogance and ear-to-ear smile while families with children were thrown from their homes. We'll see this video. Bezalel Smotrich celebrating yesterday, happy, like he says, ear to ear. It reminds me of what the Chafetz Chaim said. If you are forced, in your opinion, to eat pork, at least don't lick your fingers. A bit of bowed head, regret, and empathy are expected from someone who signed off on this heinous destruction. Let me see. Let's play a little bit of this video at least. It's not terribly long.
הציונות הדתית מפנה יישובים. בוא נראה את זה לשר. לשר, שנייה. תראה מה כותבים. הציונות הדתית מפנה יישובים.
To say, look, you know, people are pointing out what you're doing, right? In a mocking way, that religious Zionism destroys settlements. And here he's going to come to say, no, we don't destroy them. We build. Let's see. Again, he's right. Look at the smile on his face. It's so funny to him. It's funny. Yeah. Oh, it's never been so good. This is what he's telling us with this big smile on his face. I wonder if he's calling up the families that lost loved ones today because of his destruction. I wonder if he's calling them up with a big smile on his face like this. Yeah, ha, 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 ha. I wonder. Wow, all this land that he's building, Bezalel Smotrich. Oh, he says, listen, it was very complicated what happened today in Gush Etzion. This was yesterday. Yesterday, it was complicated, but look at the big smile on his face. He doesn't care. Yesterday, they destroyed Jewish homes. Today, now Jews have to bury their families. But look at him. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. Because him and his buddies are making money. That's what he cares about. They're making money. Because that's really ultimately what it's about. Profits first, Israel last. He says that Jews, they went up there without permission. Jews go up there without permission. That's what they need, permission. They're the ones that keep the Arab enemy on their heels and keep them back. But Bezalel Smotrich says, we don't need them. We don't need them. There's no permission. Because all Bezalel Smotrich sees are dollar signs. That's all he sees.
אז המועצה שם ביקשה מהמינהל האזרחי למערכת האכיפה לאכוף שם התחלות בנייה כדי להפסיק את החגיגה ולוודא שבונים בצורה מתואמת בסמכות וברשות.
He says that it's done officially, it's done properly. Yeah, we see. The day after they clear these settlements, Jews are getting killed. And so someone might say to me, oh, but was it in the exact same location? Understand this. We are in an existential war with the Arabs here in Israel. Nothing short of that. What do you think they understand when the Israeli government starts to destroy Jewish settlement? Do you think that that perhaps emboldens them to now take more aggressive steps? What do you think? Because, again, this is a conflict back and forth. Do they get encouragement? The Arabs say, oh, look, the Jews are pulling backwards. Now is the time for us to advance. That is how they feel. That is what's going on their side. They see we are demoralized, we are taking a step backwards, and now they take a step forward. And when they take a step forward, that means the Jewish people get killed. But he doesn't care, because look at Bezalel Smotrich with this big grin on his face. He doesn't care. He says, we're not clearing anything. We're not hurting anything. What word should I use? What word should I use that won't upset people? Well, I guess Bezalel Smotrich. Now, what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? Now, the Jews in the West Bank were very upset. So what did they do? They understood what I'm saying, that when the government destroys Jewish settlements, it emboldens the Arab enemy. So what do? They decided to go out and fight the Arab enemy. Palestinians, mind you, not Israeli Arabs, Palestinians. Palestinians who have no citizenship and no rights in Israel. I don't think anyone was killed, but yes, they destroyed Palestinian property. Yes, to let the Palestinians know the Israeli government doesn't speak for us, and we're not going anywhere. That's what they did. And what's the Israeli government's reaction? Let's take a look. Gideon Sa'ar. Gideon Sa'ar, I believe, is the foreign minister, if I'm not mistaken. Gideon Sa'ar. Let's see what Gideon Sa'ar has to say. Again, mind you, this is the day that the Israeli government destroys Jewish homes and Jewish settlement. Gideon Sa'ar. The Jewish rioters in Judea and Samaria harm the state of Israel. No, fool. They protect the state of Israel. Disgrace Judaism. Of course. Leave it to those who desecrate the Sabbath and eat not kosher to explain to the rest of us what is Judaism. Why not? Why not? And cause damage to the settlement project. Yes. Destroying Jewish settlements doesn't damage the settlement project. No. We're in 1984 right now. That's where we are. Destroying Jewish settlements is building Jewish settlements. That's what I'll tell you. Retreat is actually advance. Weakness is actually strength. That's what Gideon Sa'ar wants to tell you. The IDF, the Shin Bet, and the Israeli police must act decisively and firmly to stop this rampage, which is also directed at soldiers and police officers. Liar, liar. Gideon Sa'ar is a liar. We saw the videos yesterday. All the violence was against Jewish settlers and Jewish citizens only. But what does he really mean here? Now he sneaks it in the back. Oh, we're doing it to protect soldiers, and liar. But what he's saying here is that we have to protect Palestinians. Why is that? Can someone ask this question? Why should the IDF be concerned with protecting Palestinians from Israeli citizens? Why? Palestinians are a foreign entity. Shouldn't the Israeli government be focused on protecting Israeli citizens? Why are they focused on protecting foreign citizens from us? Why is that? Does anyone want to ask this question? Seems odd to me. Is the Israeli government now operating as what, the UN? Palestinian citizens have zero rights in Israel. Zero. So why should the Israeli police arrest Jewish citizens for attacking foreign citizens? Why should they do that for? It goes to show you that what we have here, as I've said, is Israel last. We have our government working on behalf of foreign entities. Palestinians, they're not Israeli. You're going to tell me Israeli Arabs, that's a different story. But these are not Israeli Arabs. Seems curious, right? So Gideon Sa'ar, this was what he was very concerned about this yesterday. Now, we could look really quickly if Gideon Sa'ar has made any statements about the Jews that were killed today. He'll probably say, "Oh, we're so sad. We're going to arrest the bad guys." But you notice, Gideon Sa'ar is not on our side. No, that's the thing to notice. He's not on our side. If he was on our side, if he was Israel first, he would say, "Good, I don't care. Why should I care about these foreign people for? These Palestinians, why should I care?" But he's not Israel first. Best case scenario, he's just a moderator. He just wants to sit in the middle and say everyone should behave themselves. But that's not Israel first. This man does not put us first, does not prioritize the land of Israel and the Jewish people. That's all you need to know. So Gideon Sa'ar, Israel last loser, is what he is. Israel Katz, this was yesterday. The defense minister. Who is Israel Katz defending? That's my question. Isn't his job to defend Israeli citizens? Is that not his job? I'm a little bit confused by this. Isn't the job of the defense minister of Israel to defend Israeli citizens? Doesn't seem like this is what he's concerned with. I extend my full backing to the Central Command commander and to all security forces on the ground following the violent incidents. It's violence. Violence against who? Why does he not want to say who it's violence against? The government under the leadership of Prime Minister Netanyahu will continue to strengthen and expand communities. No. What it will do is continue to destroy Jewish communities. The leadership of the settler movement. Yeah, the settler movement, again, is, as we've seen yesterday, is comprised of Israel last cronies. Upholding the law. Ooh, the law. The law. Ensuring the security of the residents. Which residents? Which residents are those? Israel last Katz. That's a good name. His name is Israel Katz. I think we're going to start calling him Israel last Katz. Israel last Katz. We will not tolerate attempts by a small, violent, and criminal group of anarchist lawbreakers. You know what this sounds like? The way he's describing heroic Jews in Judea and Samaria is exactly how the world describes the IDF. Think about that. Criminal group. Ooh, they're lawbreakers. Take the law into their own hands. Someone has to. Someone has to take the law into their hands. As you sit by, we saw today, as Arabs murdered Jews. Who is supposed to take the law into their hands? Anybody? Or is the idea that we just sit back here and allow Arabs to kill us? Is that what we should do? That's what Israel last Katz says. Israel last Katz says, be good boys and girls, sit back and let the Arabs kill you. And then we will run around and try to arrest them and find them. Sorry, Israel last Katz, we won't be doing that. Harm IDF soldiers. Look at how shameless these people are. People like Israel last Katz and Gideon Sa'ar, they use IDF soldiers like political human shields. That's what they do. Jewish youth heroic Jewish youth in Judea and Samaria attack Palestinians, and they say, no, they're attacking soldiers. Liars. You are liars. You are no better than when Hamas hides behind their own civilians. That's how you treat our IDF heroes. You use them as political human shields. Shame on you. They never attack IDF soldiers. You are liars, both of you. Undermine the order. Ooh, the order, the precious order. When he writes undermine order, you see this? Undermine order? This is the order he's referring to. This. The murder of Jews. That's the order. That's order. It's orderly. Every day, some Jews will get attacked and killed. That's the order that they want to preserve. We're not interested in your order of Jews getting killed. Divert our forces. These people are disgusting. They are disgusting. They are the epitome of Israel last. Look at the propaganda that they spew. And for whose benefit? For the benefit of Palestinian Arabs, who are not even citizens of this country. There'll be zero tolerance for anyone who resorts to violence. Not true. There's plenty of violence for Arabs that murder Jews. Plenty. And we just saw it. How many Palestinian killers did Israel release from jail as part of their little deals? Hundreds, thousands. There'll be zero tolerance? Yeah, for Jews. For Jews, there is no tolerance here. For Palestinians, tons of tolerance. Tons. In the coming, this is incredible. In the coming weeks, the government will approve a groundbreaking decision granting authorities and resources to special project. This is basically a threat. This is basically saying we are going to have sweeping new authorities to crush Jews in Judea and Samaria. That's what this is. Are we starting to understand what we're dealing with here? Again, this is just another video of where the priorities are in this country. Where are the priorities? This is the Temple Mount. This is the Temple Mount, and we'll watch these videos of Jewish kids being manhandled. Here. These are the forces that we need. We need to stand with those forces. Why is that? Why should we stand with these forces? As they sit by as Jews get murdered, and what do they spend their time doing? Destroying Jewish settlements, manhandling Jewish kids. Why should we do this for? For what? We'll give them authorities. We'll give them more and more authorities to harass and attack Jews. Because God forbid Jews should pray on the Temple Mount. Because it will upset the Americans and the Saudis and all these other people. And you know what we call that? Israel last. That's what it is. We have Israel last in this country from top to bottom. That's what we have here. Oh, we support Netanyahu. No. We support Ben Gvir. No. We support Smotrich. Hell no. Absolutely not. These guys are Israel last. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Let's see if we have any more of this shamelessness here. I think there is one more thing. Let's see if I could pull it up. Remember, I didn't do a video on this, although maybe it's worth just doing a video on this. Everyone was crazed about Ronen Bar, the head of the Shin Bet, Israel's secret police, because it's what they are. They're secret police. Terribly undemocratic. They constantly abuse the rights of citizens. Jews and Muslims alike, they don't care. They trample all over everyone's rights. They wiretap, they bully, they intimidate, they coerce illegal evidence and all kinds of things. Just terrible. Honestly, I mean, truth be told, they're basically the KGB of Israel, more or less. And the courts constantly rule against them for violating the rights of citizens. All the time. Illegal detention, torture. The lists go on and on and on about the Shin Bet. The Shin Bet is the most corrupt entity in Israel by a mile. Far more corrupt than the courts, far more corrupt than anything else. So we had Ronan Bar in charge, and the right was going crazy. Ronan Bar, he's leftist, we can't have him. So was brought up and appointed this guy, Zini. David Zini, I think is his name, his first name. And the right was overjoyed. He's right-wing, he's religious, he's going to be amazing. And the left pushed back, and the right said, this is the guy we need. Zini, Zini, Zini. He is the man. So let's pull up, let's see what Mr. Zini is all about. Because the right was so thrilled that he's the man. This guy is the man. He's the one that's going to change everything. So from Elisha Yered, this is only a few days ago. Assuming the report is accurate, and Zini indeed proposed, what was his proposal? Attaching electronic shackles, electronic bracelets, to settlers against whom administrative removal orders were issued without trial or evidence. This is going to be Zini's first order of action in Israel. Not Arab gangs and mafia and criminals and Arab gun running and on and on and on and on. No. What is he going to do? He's going to target Jews in the West Bank, in Judea and Samaria, once again. This is the right wing's hero. Everyone says he's right wing, but as I keep telling you, I don't care about right and left. He's Israel last, just like all the rest. Yeah, as Elisha Yered says, have you already finished dealing with all the crime organizations running rampant in the country before you start picking on the settlers who are persecuted anyways? Exactly right. Again, just another face on the wall of Israel last. That's all he is. Israel last. Hachlata mashma'utit, harishona. It's his first big decision. Electronic bracelets to track Jews and to make sure where. And someone told me, this is amazing. Someone actually told me, no, this is good because then when the Jews are being accused of doing violence, this way we can prove that they weren't there. Well, I have a great idea. You know what? Instead of electronic bracelets, why not just throw them all in jail? Throw every Jew in Israel in jail, and that way when they accuse us of doing bad stuff, we'll say, no, they were in jail. This is what we're dealing with. Israel last and their idiot supporters and enablers. That's what we're dealing with. So like I said, what do we see? Yesterday, we have Jewish weakness and putting Israel last, right? And what do we have today? Jewish funerals and Jewish misery and Jewish suffering and the bloodshed of Jewish people. That's what we have. And that's all Israel last can deliver us, basically. That's it. And God forbid those Jews should react. No, don't you dare. And if you do, we will bring down the full fury and force of the Israeli government on you. And for whose sake? For the Palestinians. We need a massive change here. Massive. We have to kick out all of these people, including Ben Gvir, Smotrich, Netanyahu, the Shin Bet, all of these people. They are Israel last. They abuse us and attack us and harass us for the benefit of foreign nations like America and foreign enemies like the Palestinians. We cannot continue like this. We simply cannot. We must rally the troops because we cannot allow Israel last to destroy this country. We cannot allow them to steal away what is our destiny. Our destiny is Israel first, and our destiny is greater Israel. And I do believe it is inevitable, but the only question is, how much more suffering will we have to endure until we get there? The public must rise up politically. I'm not talking about go get violence. I'm not talking about anything like that. Because we have the numbers. We don't need violence. We have the numbers. Now is the time to spread this message and to rally around Israel first, because only Israel first can save this country.